Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Mohamed Almahal. I serve as the Executive Director of the Sudanese American Medical Association. In this short lesson, I'll provide guidance on how to write a fundraising campaign pitch on LaunchGood. So the outline of this presentation will be the first thing I will introduce you to the LaunchGood crowdfunding platform. Then I'll provide guidance on the elements of a winning fundraising campaign pitch. Then we will discuss about the good characteristics of campaign images. And finally, I will conclude with the resources and coordination available to you so as to successfully set up your fundraising campaign. So what's LaunchGood? LaunchGood is a global Muslim-focused crowdfunding platform that empowers individuals, nonprofits, and communities to raise funds for good causes. And this ranges from humanitarian relief, such as feeding programs and outbreak responses, to education, healthcare, community projects, and beyond. The most important thing that LaunchGood is a faith-inspired giving, so it's especially useful when it comes to seasonal fundraising campaigns such as Ramadan, Eid, and other emergencies like earthquakes, wars, and floods. A very important feature for LaunchGood is that it provides the tab verification for the campaigns, and this is really encourages the donors to donate to LaunchGood campaigns. Another things to note that it's really easy to set up and really easy to work with, and also one of the really very important characteristics that I personally like is that it provides donors information like the names and emails, and this is especially important when it comes to donor retention and retaining the donors on the long term. Elements of a winning pitch. So let's look at what are the components of the campaign pitch. The first thing is the campaign title or headline. Then we have the opening hook, then the story, the plan, why you, the call to action, and closing. And I will briefly describe each one of those components in the upcoming slides. So the campaign title, the title is the headline of your campaign, and it should be short and clear. You have to avoid jargon and complex phrases as much as possible. So the title does really reflect on the whole campaign. So as much as possible, make it clear, make it short, make it shows urgency so as donors feel that they have to donate to your campaign, and also use emotionally resonant language such as save lives, life-saving interventions, help, support, and be as specific as possible by providing who are you supporting and where are they located. So those are two examples of fundraising campaigns titles. The first one is Support Our Emergency Phase 2 Relief Initiative. And as you see, this is an example of a bad title. It's too vague. It does not provide who are you exactly providing relief to and where are they located. It contains jargon. For example, there is phase 2 relief, and it seems like it's an internal bureaucratic phrase. External donors might not understand what are you meaning by phase 2 relief. It has no emotional connection. It's very blunt. The second title is Feed Displaced Families in Sudan Today. So this is an example of a good title. It's a very clear title that provides who are you supporting, the displaced families, and where are they located in Sudan. And also it provides sense of urgency when you say today. So donors immediately link and relate to this title, and they might feel the urgency that they have to donate so as to feed those unfortunate people. The second part of the campaign is the opening hook, and I think this is really the most important part of the LaunchGood campaign story because those first 2 to 3 sentences makes the potential donor either to donate and keep reading to the campaign or click away. So this is really the sentence that grasps the attention of the donor and engage them immediately to your campaign. So please make sure that to have this opening hook done right. So an example of an opening hook is that it has to be a personal story. So for example, in Darfur, 6-year-old Ahmed hasn't eaten anything but tea and bread for 2 days. His mother walks miles every day looking for food, but the markets are empty and prices are rising. For just $50, you can provide a food basket that feeds Ahmed's family for an entire week. So this is an example of a very good opening hook. It has to start with a real story and relatable story. This is a story about Ahmed, and then it has to show the crisis or need. So clearly, Ahmed and his mother have no access to food, and this is the essence of our campaign. And the last component is inviting immediate action. So for just $50, you can provide a food basket that's the donor understand what are their money going to do. So this is really an important part of the campaign. It has to be a story that is relatable. It has to show the crisis, and it has to invite for immediate actions. The second part or the third part of the campaign is the campaign story, background, or context. So in this part, you have to provide context about, for example, what's happening in Sudan and who are you helping, and make it really short, like maybe 2 to 3 paragraphs. Avoid statistics as much as possible. It has to be really focused on the people that you're helping. It has to show the suffering and the problem so as to give to provide the scene for the donor. So then you have to provide your solution. So as you see, you first engage the donor through the opening hook, then you provided the scene for the donor when you mentioned the story and the context and what's happening in Sudan in really a very short glance, and then you provided the solution and your intervention. Then here you're going to state your fundraising goal and what your campaign will fund and what's your intervention. So in this part, you have to show the donor how their money are going to be used. So be specific as much as possible. Provide information about who are you targeting, where are they located, and what are you going to do? Maybe distributing meals, maybe distributing medications, whatever thing that you're going to do, you have to state it here. You can also, it's preferable to do a cost breakdown. So for example, $50 is going to feed one family for 1 week. If you donated $100, you're going to feed, for example, 2 families for 1 week or 1 family for 2 weeks. You have to show the donor the direct impact of their donations and how their donation are going to be used. This is also known as giving levels. And the LaunchGood campaign, when you are setting your campaign on LaunchGood, it provides fields for giving levels that you have to use so as to show donors their impact, and it encourages donors more to provide your campaign. So then it comes to who are you? And that means that gives credibility to your organization. So in this section, you have to provide brief introduction about your organization and your team, and also highlight special experiences and track records on the program that you are fundraising for. So for example, if you are fundraising for feeding people in Darfur, you have to provide history of how have you done this before, and how many, for example, people have you fed before. So as building on your previous history, this provides credibility for the donors, and they feel like you have already been in the field, and that their donations will make you just continue what you have already been doing. So you can also here provide photos of past impact or past projects if they're available. So the last piece of your campaign is call to action. Here you can make a clear, heartfelt appeal to donate. You can use direct language. This is preferable, such as donate now to save lives, or please give today and share with others. So this now is the section where you directly call for donation, call for action, invite your donors to be part of your story and part of your campaign. Because LaunchGood is a Muslim based crowdfunding platform, it's preferable to reinforce Islamic values in this section. So, for example, your sadaqah today could feed a hungry child, and you can also add dua or Quran so as to reinforce emotional and spiritual impacts. So this is the campaign elements. You start with the title, then you give an opening hook, then you provide the scene by providing the story and the context. Then you come up with the solution about the problem. Then you introduce yourself to the donor, and also mention history of your program, and then finally you call action. You call for action to the donors. In this slide, I provided brief guidance on how those good images looks like. So images in fundraising campaign have to be high resolution images. So it has really to be of good quality. Then they have to balance between suffering and resilience and hope. So this is the thing that you have to really think of, that you have to show suffering, you have to show the problem, and also you have to show the resilience and hope, and maybe show some images of previous progress, previous programs, and how your team, for example, have delivered meals to those displaced and vulnerable communities. This is really important so as to give the donor a full spectrum of the program and a full spectrum of what's really on the ground. Images should use and be with visible faces and eyes. This is really important because faces and eyes really capture the attention of donors, and they are really engaging and they are really appealing to donors. So donors usually wants to recognize faces, wants to recognize people, and not recognizing things. So as much as possible, try to include people in your images, and try that the faces and eyes be as much as possible visible to the donors. Has this being said, also those images have to be context rich by showing the environment. So you include the faces, you include the people, but also they have to show the full context of the image. Okay, so maybe showing the IDP camps, for example, maybe showing a kitchen in a really remote area. So the context have also to be apparent to the donor, so as to give the donor the full picture. So the images in the campaigns, there's a hero image. This is the main campaign image that you have to upload separately when you are going to do the LaunchGood campaign in the LaunchGood platform. And this main image is really the most important image in your campaign. This is the image that grasps the attention of the donors. So it has to be really well selected from the inventory of the images that you have, and it has special characteristics. This is really a technical thing that you have to know when you're selecting the main campaign image for your LaunchGood platform. So it has to be in JPG, PNG, or GIF format with a maximum file size of 50 megabytes. This is the pixels that you have to use, and it has to be 4:3 aspect ratio. So this is really a technical characteristics of the main campaign image in the LaunchGood that the LaunchGood platform uses. So another thing that may be really preferable is adding logos to the photos, and also maybe adding simple words of encouragement. So the photos doesn't have to be really crowded, just simple words. For example, maybe simple dua or simple hadith. This makes the images really live and also keeps engaging the donors as they go through the campaign. So finally, those are the resources and coordination that are available to you. You have the SAMA photo drive. This is really an inventory of SAMA images that contains tens and thousands of images of our programs that you can use in your fundraising campaign. And also, those are the people that you can reach out to so as to help you setting up your campaign. The Secretary General, who is responsible of setting up the campaign on the LaunchGood platform, because he has the bank information and all of the documents requested by LaunchGood so as to make your campaign live in the platform. You can reach out to the executive director so as to help with the content curation, and if you have any questions regarding the content. And also you can reach to the graphic design officers when it comes to selecting the images, and also, for example, putting the logos to the images or doing simple designs or writing words of encouragement into the images. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this has been helpful for you, and good luck.